Alrighty. Hannah?
Yeah.
Hannah, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Head of August?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Good to be with you, Grant.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. It's been a few months.
Yeah, I know.
When was that last time we met? I think you were in here.
Something crazy like February. Way too long. That's for sure.
Yeah, almost a year, right?
Yeah.
Or over a year.
No,
A couple months. This last February you were in.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think you came in, I think it was the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because we were talking about our plans. Not like our plans, but like our plans for the
You
night.
and your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that was a good day. Cool. So last time you were in, we weren't able to really come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
We're kind of in the same boat that we were back then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know how much you remember, but remember we had our budget, our annual budget. It's not really up to me. Kind of like we talked about last time, I kind of feel like I'm usually just putting my hand out and we get the grants or we don't, and then, the board allows us what we can.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So what brought you back?
Yeah, so pretty much I think this is a great opportunity for us to work together for the betterment of the school districts here in Tendley. And I think it's something that we really want to work for. We want to figure out a solution for, because we believe in our school districts. It's one of the accounts that we love servicing. We've got schools across the nation that we service.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that we know that when the school is operating on the back end and their programs correctly, then they're able to do what they're supposed to do and focus on the students and, give them the education that they need to grow and become the future leaders here in America. And so I think it's something that's really important, and it's something that I hope that we can work out and come to a great deal for.
Yeah. Did you grow up around here or in this school system? Or?
No, I grew up near here, but not directly in the Tendley school district.
Okay. Because it sounded like you kind of had a little bit of a connection almost.
Yeah, that and my mom's a school teacher, and she's bounced around from a different school districts, and she's worked here for a couple years and loved her time here. So I know how focused you are on the students, and so I would love to, give back to the people who I feel like are so under-recognized just in the profession and the government, and you ask so much, but you end up getting the government cutbacks, and you don't get the funding that you need to have the programs that you need to educate the children, which is the most important thing. So it's something that I'm really passionate about. As a company, we're really passionate about it here at the August Group. So it's something that we would love to figure out a solution for and work this out.
Perfect. You mentioned your mom worked here.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been since she was here?
Probably about 7-ish years.
Okay.
Definitely over 5. Definitely less than 10.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. I probably still remember her, but she probably didn't run the same programs we do now.
No.
We didn't really implement the same technology back then. I know about 4 years ago, it's when we really started recognizing, hey, kids use technology now, and they're better than we are. That's kind of when we started, implementing it in a day-to-day use.
Yeah. Yeah, she loved it there, but she had to move because of my dad's job, so.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, at least you've heard great things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So do you think that today we'd potentially be able to reach an agreement?
Oh, I definitely think so. That's why I wanted to meet with you today, and that's why I'm going through this effort, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it's something that we can and should do.
Okay. I completely agree. I was kind of surprised when I saw your email pop up, and then my secretary gave me your voicemail as well. But I was really excited about today. I really hope that we can find something.
Good.
What are some thoughts that you have?
Yeah, so I think we've already established that the program fits your needs and it fits what you want to be able to operate. We already had some of my technicians meet with more of your IT department. I think you already met with Taylor and Andrew and got a good program established. So we already have nailed down exactly what we need. It just comes down to the numbers of things. And I guess one thing that unfortunately we didn't realize was how much you guys suffered from these government cutbacks. Like how many different departments are affected by this other than just IT?
Just about all of them. Anywhere from the school lunches to the football program, etc. It's been a pretty big cutback.
Dang, I'm so sorry about that. That must be so frustrating.
Yeah, the hardest part about it is we can't predict it.
Yeah.
So 1 year, we're not sure how well the economy is doing, and then we get a bunch of money,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 years later they cut back, and we're just like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we've been very frugal. We try to save some as well.
That's good. So you can roll over.
Only a certain percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, only a certain percentage. So usually we're advised to spend at least 75% of it.
Gotcha.
That's kind of the deal we work out when we do get the grants.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the cutbacks this year and last year have been devastating.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a big price rift here. Remind me what your budget is.
Yeah, anywhere the max we can do is 50,000,
Mm-hmm.
or should I say that's how much money we have
Okay.
IT this year.
Gotcha.
So
And I'm sure some of that also has to be saved throughout the year, just in case, like computer systems break. Just in case teenagers throw iPads across the room.
Yeah,
those kinds
we
of
usually
things.
try to have about a 5,000 cushion.
Okay.
Sometimes 10. But most of our software or most of our computers are fairly new,
Mm-hmm.
so we're not predicting anything too crazy next year.
That's good.
Like you said, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
It's technology.
Yeah, absolutely. So the absolute lowest I can go is the 85 that we had discussed a few months ago, simply because that is how much I need to be able to pay my people. So yeah, that's just kind of my bare minimum that I need. So we've got quite a large gap here.
About 35,000, right?
Yeah. So what I was talking with some of my other partners
Mm-hmm.
in the management group here at August, and we were thinking about possibly working out installment plans in terms of payments.
Fascinating.
So that we can get the money that we need when we need it based off of the phase that we're on. Because as we already told you, we kind of have a 3-phase project of the actual creation of the back-end program and then the creation of the different trainings that we do. So there's the 2 different trainings.
Okay.
And there's different phases which require different fundings depending on the phase. And to be able to work this out for your budget, I think we could be able to work out a different installment plan depending on what phase of the project we're on,
Mm-hmm.
if that sounds like something that's appealing to you.
It does. So then, are we talking about a yearly then? Is that what this sounds like? Over, what are you thinking, 2-3 years?
It would be over a couple of years, yeah.
Okay.
Rather than a couple of months, because it's your annual budget that's 50, correct?
Yeah.
So.
And how soon can we get it implemented and the students using it?
Sure.
Is it going to take 3 years or?
No.
Okay.
So we can develop the program within 3 to 4 months. I give the range because, as we talked earlier, we can create it in 3 months, but we do have the month-long troubleshooting period where we just kind of, as the users are, interacting with it more, we catch more things that maybe we think might be okay based off of our experience, but it helps us with that tailoring process to make it more specific to you. So it'll take that 4-month period to get it completely nailed down, 3 months to get it implemented.
Okay. So then you're saying the payment, so it takes 3 months, you're saying, to get it implemented, or 3 months written, so many months troubleshooting, and then after that is
the training, the hard manuals, videos, programs, that kind of
and
stuff.
that's going to be a 2-year span, it sounds like?
So to create the materials, it doesn't take us very long at all, actually. It only takes us a month to do both of those phases because we already have the program established and ready to go. But it's something that, due to the nature of our business, we want to be able to work this out with you guys and be able to provide something, a quality program that can last you guys for years and that can grow and adapt as you guys grow and adapt as a school district. And we would just really love to partner with you. That's just how much we value this opportunity to work with you guys. We're willing to break up the payments a little bit to span across those couple of years.
Okay, that makes sense. And what were you thinking as far as the payment over the couple of years?
Yeah, so preferably we would like 2 years, just because it will allow us to pay our employees more, the people who also need to provide for themselves and their families, you know what I mean? So one thing that we were thinking about is paying about half the first year and then the other half in year 2.
Okay, and that would equal out to $85,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So it would be the $42,500 per annum.
Year 1, year 2, which would leave us just a little under 8,000 gap.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, of course, you guys are the best, and you came back to us. We have other options, but really the other options aren't you guys. They're not August. This is something we have to discuss too a little bit because, $80,000 investment of grant money is definitely a big deal.
Yeah.
And the question is, what if we put that towards something else? They're talking about actually building a whole new football stadium.
Oh, really?
So if that happens, what if they cut our budget next year? And what if we have $20,000 and we can't pay you the $40,000? That's what scares me right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've had to push really hard to get it to the $50,000. But what I'm scared is, what if we make this agreement that we pay you $40,000 next year, but then they cut my budget to $30,000? Then what do? Then we go into debt with you guys? Then
yeah, no.
That's what scares me. Getting into a loan, or are we considering this a loan or a financing plan where we can't deliver when we promise we can because it's something out of our reach? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly what you were talking about earlier today. You never know if there's going to be a surplus of funding or it's going to be a bit more skimpy. So I think we can work out a way that if your budget is to dramatically decrease and there isn't a way for you to reach the full halfway payment of the 47, right?
Yeah.
Then I think we can have a flexible year, that second year, so that if you can't make the full payment, we can cut that in half.
Okay. That makes sense.
And just kind of be more fluid.
Gives you and us a safety blanket, really.
Yeah, a bit of a safety blanket, but I would like to definitely have it paid off by year 3, just because that starts running into more issues for us.
And your books and all that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. As well, last question for you, just to better my understanding of what you guys are looking for. I understand that 85 is significantly less than you would charge for, say, a Google or an Apple. But as far as from the school standpoint, what if I can get you, Hannah, in front of 3 or 4 superintendents in the area?
That would actually be really awesome.
Okay. Because, for say, we have a meeting, a monthly meeting. Usually it's quarterly, but I should have done it monthly the last few months. I actually just noticed that. But it's been an overall talk about a new system. Basically, if all the schools can get aligned, it'd be an easier way to compare us.
Yeah.
And basically, just compare the education. It's easy to compare the football program because if you beat the other school, you beat them. But when you beat schools academically, you also are allowed more grant money.
Oh.
Yeah, and so this whole STAR test thing, the state test, has been kind of confusing. kids don't always take it very seriously. It's not
Yeah.
a very accurate measurement.
Mhm.
The standard deviation's kind of all over the place on that.
Oh, really?
But a program like you guys run would be much more measurable.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I could get you, if I can guarantee it, not just talk, but if I can guarantee you a sit down with 4 other superintendents, what kind of deal would that work me down with what we've already talked about?
Well, that basically, with meeting with them and knowing them so closely, how closely would they be able to see and know our price for you guys? Because for you guys, I'm kind of sticking my arm out here.
Okay.
And I really appreciate, I definitely would appreciate being able to sit down with these other superintendents with the possibility of being able to better their back-end programs as well. But my worry is, in the long run, needing to lose money or losing more money because of working out a better deal with you guys.
Okay. So what if we brought in like a confidential paper that what we sign is strictly between us, and you can have everyone else sign that, and then it turns up to your negotiation skills of what you can get them. And if they give me a call, I can just say, hey, I signed paperwork. Off the record, I can't tell you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which would give you a little bit of leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Just because 2 of the schools in our district are private, so I know money for them won't be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a lot of their parents pay a very significant amount for their kids to go there. Yeah, we're public, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Our money wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
I know the other 2 are public as well, but I know that for sure the 2 of the 4, the money is not an issue for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know their parents want their kids to look better for their college applications.
Absolutely.
And being able to prove, hey, my high school was, number 2 in the state or number 2 in the district would really go a long ways for them too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm even raising our competition, but if we can get that paperwork down, sign that, what kind of deal could you get me?
If we can nail down those meetings, then I would be more willing to extend the contract out past the 3 years I had said earlier, closer to 4.
4 years.
Yeah, just to distribute more evenly. I would need at least 40 right now, so not half, but 40. A little less than half. But we could distribute the remaining 45 across the 3 remaining months.
Because I was kind of hoping we could get it lower than that 85 because of 4 potential deals.
Gotcha.
I know it'd still have to be up to you if you can get them or not. But I kind of feel like without me sitting down with them would be a lot harder.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But I mean, let's just looking at the math on that. Let's say you charge 85 times 4. Do you know off the top of your head?
Not what 85 times 4 is, no.
Let me look that up.
Good at programming, not at math.
Yeah, that's $340,000 of extra revenue you can get through us.
Mm-hmm.
Potential. That's if you charge 85. The public schools you might be able to get for 100.
Mm-hmm.
At that case, could we get more of a discount on that 85? I like the idea of the more years too, but
yeah. So if you're okay with the only having 2 additional years after the base year, I mean, this is really putting myself out on the line because 85 is really my minimum. I could probably tack off $2,000 from it.
okay.
Just because that is, that, like, 85 in and of itself is pushing it. I'm already getting in a little bit of trouble. So I couldn't tack off more than 2.
Okay. I just kind of had a thought too. I'm not trying to scratch everything we talked about. But what if we set up a plan where if the school signs, then it's an incentive base for us? So let's say
So you get a discount if I get the sale.
Yeah, and if no sale, then what we already had worked out.
Sure. So it's
So then that puts a little bit of pressure on me still to come through instead of just saying, hey, I can actually reach out to them and say, hey, Hannah's going to stop by.
mm-hmm.
She's great. We signed up. We love our program. And I know, Scottsdale's going to do it too with us.
Yeah.
I think that can create some momentum for you.
Yeah.
But let's say we were able to get the 4 out of the 4 signed up.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, you would have $340,000. I mean, assuming you do that, you could get them for $100,000 if you did that. Then would we be able to maybe get ours down to maybe like 50?
I couldn't go that low.
Okay.
To meet the budget right now.
Okay.
But with knowing some we could do how about this? Let me run some quick numbers.
Yeah, take your time.
So we could do, here's what I'm thinking. If we get a private school to sign, then we can give you guys a $2,000 discount per one. So if both of them sign, that's $4,000 off. And then if the public school sign, then we could take 1.5 off. And so then that would in total be 7 off of the entire. So you would, if all 4 schools sign, then it would bring you to 68.
Okay.
Or
2 years, which
58, because it's 65 right now. But if all 4 schools will sign, then I can give you the $7,000 off, which takes you to 58.
So 58,000
instead of 65.
2
yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so let's get this all put down on paper.
Sure.
Let's get the confidential thing written out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to get all 4 of them in front of you. I'm going to help you get those deals. Let's say after we get them, because I really think we will,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be 58,000
Yes.
over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Awesome. Sweet. Thank you so much, Grant.
Thank you. Gotta log in real quick.
No.